Hello, 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 wonderful people.
Welcome, everybody. It's Friday.
Yes. All right, this is Certified African Fridays. It's great to have you all joining us today. It's always a pleasure to have you, you know, being with us. Today, we're
Mhm.
going to be talking about an interesting subject or an interesting area, I should say. We'll touch on a few things that has to do with Beyond the Return. And of course, the seven pillars, unveiling the seven pillars of Beyond the Return or for the Beyond the Return initiative. And then also that happened a few days ago.
Yeah, they had the unveiling. It looked very, very beautiful. We had a few people that went, and just a nice cultural display. And I'm just really excited as to what's to come in the
What
future.
lies ahead?
Yeah, it's supposed
Exactly.
to be a
Within the
10-year initiative to get more of the diaspora to come to Ghana, to learn about Ghana, to understand the culture. So it's going to be a beautiful 10 years. I can already tell.
Yeah. So I mean, if you haven't checked it out, you can check out Beyond the Return. You can check their Instagram page at Beyond the Return. And I think
I believe it's on Facebook. So the actual video is on Facebook. Or if you'd like to see the event, I can send you the link. Just send us a message and we'll shoot the link from the event to you if you'd like to see it.
so. Basically, I want to touch on the seven pillars that make up or that have been put together for the Beyond the Return initiative for Ghana, of course, and the diaspora. I think it's very for those who don't know what Beyond the Return is about. After the year of return, where the Ghana government launched this initiative to get the diaspora to return back home, of course, and also granted a lot of people citizenship. I thought that was peculiar in the whole year of return initiative. People have been returning year over year already,
Yes.
but this was like a formal kind of opening for people to have the opportunity to actually come back. And this time around, Ghana has created procedures to allow people to have, citizenship or pathways to citizenship, basically.
Yes.
So that was a great time that we saw happen last year. So now beyond the return is an initiative that the government is saying that after the year of return, now we're moving into a decade of having our brothers and sisters from the diaspora returning back home, and we're giving them there's room for them to operate when they come back. So that's what the Beyond the Return initiative is about, and the Beyond the Return initiative falls on certain pillars, that they're trying to focus on as an initiative during those 10 years. And of course, I don't know what will happen after the 10 years. If we'll have
We'll
another,
have to see. We'll have to see. But
we'll
I
have a silver
imagine
jubilee, 25 years.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm
it's
thinking.
going to be amazing. I imagine the next 10 years will be, that Ghana will set a lot of precedent when it comes to travel to the African continent and connecting the diaspora back to the African continent.
I think it's major. It's major, and it's creating a lot of a kind of awareness within the continent as well.
Oh yeah.
Because for a long time we hardly talk about the diaspora like that. People just hear about it and they let it go, just a few people. But with this whole initiative, it's making people more conscious, people within Africa more conscious of the whole movement or the whole diaspora move. And of course, for a lot of people who are in the diaspora, who for years and years really have no interest, didn't really have much interest about the continent, this is making them kind of have an awakening that, whoa, Africa is actually an amazing place, that we actually welcome there. So we want to go back there and then do a lot of amazing things. Definitely. So we'll touch on the pillars today.
Yeah.
We'll look at the pillars.
I know there are some people who probably hadn't, or they don't know exactly what each pillar is about.
Yeah.
There's 7 of them. And you can ask questions or, mention something specifically. I see someone is asking us a question.
Do you think there's potential for tension with income disparities? Do you think there's potential for tension with income disparities between
returnees
and locals? I don't think there's going to be any tensions. I don't think there'll be any tensions in that respect. I mean, there may be one or two people that you may encounter that has, their personal kind of behavior that maybe may not sync with yours, but that's on individual basis. But as a whole, I don't think there'll necessarily be any tensions when it comes to income disparities. I mean, if you come to Ghana, there are people who earn a whole bunch of money. There are people who earn less. So it doesn't matter which side of the divide you find yourself. It's about what work you put in. So it wouldn't create any tension. Like, because you're coming from the diaspora, you're coming to have a large amount of income. There are people in Ghana who have so much income. There are some who have very little. So I don't think it will really create any tension if you have a high income when you come to Ghana. Okay, so that's my thoughts on that. That was another point. So one thing I would love to see is the government do. I love to see the government do is to evaluate the tax brackets for returnees. Yes, I agree with you. I mean, that's something I think I've talked about before as part of the support that the African continent can give to returnees. Okay, it's things like tax incentives. That's major. So we don't treat especially diaspora returnees like any other person from any other race coming to Africa. That's for me personally. I feel like when our brothers and sisters who are in the diaspora are coming back home, we need to have a special package that deals with them. We don't have the generalized one that deals with everybody. So I agree with that. I think the governments must look in that. But here's the good thing. If we come to Ghana specifically, Ghana has a lot of good tax incentives for people who are returning in general. Okay, they have the general one, but I'm hoping they can do a lot more specific one for returnees. But overall, they have very good tax incentives. And there are some businesses, if you want to do in Ghana, you have a 5 years tax holiday. So that's a good thing. Okay, that's a good thing. And several other tax incentives that you're going to get. If you go on the GIPC website, Ghana Investment and Promotion Center website, you'll be able to see a lot of these tax incentives that the government of Ghana gives to people who come to Ghana to do business. So yes, they do that as well. Okay. But yes, it will be great. So what I mean specifically is the issue of returnees being able to get higher paying jobs because of their American background compared to someone in Ghana who has the same qualifications but receives. Okay, but I mean, I don't know if that's a fair analysis to say that because you're coming from the diaspora, you have an American background, you should be able to get a higher salary. I mean, I don't think if there's somebody.
She's saying, what if that happens? That's what she thinks is going to happen.
Oh, I mean, yeah, you could. I mean, if the certificate that you're bringing, the company that you're trying to work for is looking for international, employees. Yes.
So I think she's actually in Ghana. So she's saying, will that create an issue between Ghanaians and?
I mean, if you're working, if like for instance, I used to have a lot of engagements with the UNDP. Now there are a lot of Ghanaians who work with the UNDP who had salaries that was more than the average Ghanaian worker working in a normal job. But who is to tell what somebody is paid? Now within the UNDP, there were other Ghanaians who are earning more than these other people who are coming from the outside. And they are also earning more than some Ghanaians who are also working in the UNDP. So it doesn't really, if somebody is going to have a problem with you, whether you're from the diaspora or you're from Ghana, if they feel like you're earning so much more, you don't deserve it, they're still going to have a problem. So I don't think he has to do it. This one is coming from America. This one is coming from Ghana. If somebody hates on you, it's their personal thing. But I don't think that is in the bigger context.
One thing that we encourage people from the diaspora to do is to actually come and start businesses. We don't think that they should come and, go get a job. It most likely it won't be the same as if they were getting a job in the States anyway. And so we encourage them to come to Ghana, to start a business, to contribute to Ghana's development and to give back to the new country that they're coming to be a part of. And so they should, contribute to the development of Ghana.
Yes, I mean, so that's the reality. Fine, you may feel that it may create tensions between Ghanaians, and if you're coming with an American background, you should earn the same salary and all of that. But I mean, it depends on what you're coming with and what job offer or qualification that you're looking for at that very company. So if you're qualified for it, I don't think there should be a problem because you're coming from the outside. It should pay you less. No. But you can also say they shouldn't pay people more because they're coming from outside. No. If there are people in Ghana who are qualified and they don't know how, they can't negotiate to be able to get what they're supposed to get, that's problematic. Yes, they have to work on that. In terms of, I don't know if government can play any role in that. It depends on the company and what their policies are. It's not a national thing that you can actually say you have to pay people this. We talk about these things all the time about equal pay or paying people fairly and all of that. But if somebody has an experience, there are Ghanaians who actually go outside to school. And when they come back from Harvard or wherever, they get a job and they pay them more. So it's about you and what qualifications and your capabilities and the type of salary you get. I don't think that should be a problem, especially when it comes to Black people coming from outside. I don't believe in we saying we should pay them, we shouldn't pay them high because there are other Ghanaians who are not taking that high. No, companies should pay their Ghanaians also high if they deserve it. And that'll be my take on that. So that's a really valid perspective. And I do hope that development aspect can I can't see it. Can come I can't see the comment properly. He said I think yes, it shouldn't happen, but it does. It does happen. My concern is grudge being born from it. I mean, yeah, it's individual characters. So if somebody decides that they're upset because they're paying somebody else more because they're coming from outside, yes, that's personal. I mean, they have to resolve that internally. But of course, it's not fair for a company to also underpay people, even though they are qualified to do the job. That's problematic. But you can't also blame our brothers and sisters who are also coming from outside, who also are qualified and they're employed and they've negotiated a certain salary. When you go for unemployment, you negotiate. They tell you we want to pay you this. If you're okay with it, you take it. So if they also come, they go through that process. Okay. So it doesn't also mean, let's not paint a picture like there are no Ghanaians who are earning huge. There are no Ghanaians who are earning huge sums of monies in that respect. They are. All right. So we'll move to the 7 pillars to talk about the 7 pillars before we sway away from that. But it's all part of the whole thing. The whole thing about the Beyond the Return initiative is people coming back.
And people
these are
not just coming
issues.
to travel, but people coming to, to
work, do business, live,
in and live
exactly.
in Ghana.
Contribute to Ghana's development. In other words, Africa's development, and contribute to your own personal success as well. So now Beyond the Return came up with 7 pillars. And the first pillar that we're going to talk about, we'll give our take on it, what we think beyond what they have here. It talks about experiencing Ghana. Experiencing Ghana. And
That's
it says,
number 1.
yes, it says the core of this pillar is the invitation of the global African family to visit and experience Ghana. So the whole idea of this first pillar has to do with people coming to experience the motherland, Ghana.
Yeah, I think it's a good place to start. Most people are not going to understand what Ghana has to offer until they come and they actually experience it. They want to have, I heard them mention stuff about actual culture and experience and journeys, healing journeys, people coming back to connect with their roots and get an understanding of what Ghana's culture is about. And so I think that's number 1. That's key. If you're coming to be a part of Ghana, you have to experience it and understand how things work and what the culture is like.
Yeah. So basically they're saying that we're inviting everybody within that 10 years. You want to at least come and experience Ghana a little bit. Come and experience the nightlife. Come and experience the historic sites. Come and experience that. Come and create valuable connections between, yourself and the people of Africa, the people of Ghana. So this pillar gives that window for people to do that. It's calling people to come and experience this beautiful country that I was born in and grew up in. It's an amazing place. I'm telling you, Ghana is interesting. Ghana can be fun. If I say fun, not in terms of you having fun, but like funny, like things to laugh about, things to be happy about. That's a reality. Ghana presents a lot of those where you always have you have something to laugh about. I'm telling you. So that's something that you'll come to find out with the Ghanaian people. And everywhere they talk about Ghana, they always talk about Ghanaians being friendly.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you need to come and experience that friendliness.
Yeah.
Like never before. Maybe in your life you've been living in a place where nobody is each other's keeper. Everybody's on their own. The individualistic, lifestyle.
Yeah.
But Ghana, you come to a place and like people are welcoming you like they knew you 10 years ago, but they're just meeting you for the first time. That's a different type of feeling. And for most people have not experienced that before. I'm not sure you had experienced that before you came to Ghana.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, I'm of course from the South, so I would say compared to other places in the North, like New York, we do take time to speak to people, to check on people. So it's kind of similar to that Southern hospitality, as people call it. But I think Ghana just took it to a whole new level as to, how caring and welcoming and communal people are. Definitely on another level, but I love it. That's like one of the major things that I love about it.
So hey, if you haven't done that yet, come and experience Ghana within the 10 years. Come and experience Ghana and make sure you travel with Certified Africa to experience the overall.
And if you want to get started this year,
December, we're going to Ghana, so you can join. Check our website. You can join on December. Let's go and experience Ghana. We've already started fulfilling the first pillar. Now, the second pillar has to do with invest in Ghana. Now, this is a pillar that we personally are passionate about. And of course, with Certified Africa as well, it's something that we're big on, investing in Ghana.
Yeah.
I think it's a strong pillar because we've always said that, people shouldn't just come to Africa to just, have fun and go to the beach and go to the tourist sites and all of that. You want to have a stake in where you're coming. You want to have something that keeps you coming back. And I think investing in a place business-wise gives you a good reason to come back to check your investment. So that keeps you connected to the continent.
For sure.
So I think investing in Ghana as a pillar is a very key part. And that ties back into the tax parts that somebody had asked about, for returnees, having some tax incentives for returnees. That exactly ties into this. We're calling people to come and invest in Ghana. And of course, there are a lot of tax incentives that they're given for that. Okay, there are a lot of diaspora investment programs that are coming up now.
Now is the time to take advantage. I'm sorry.
No.
But I mean, one of the key things that I always say is Ghana and other African countries are going to develop with or without the diaspora. And so we might as well be involved.
Yep.
You see a lot of other countries now who have had, people from other countries come in and develop. And now, the main talk around that is I hear people from Jamaica say, oh, I mean, Jamaica's pretty much finished. There's no room for people who have not come in from either, I guess, from China, from India, from all of these other places where a lot of investment has come. They pretty much say it's over. The island is owned by people that don't look like us. And, that could happen if the diaspora does not get involved in the way that they should.
I mean, you should, because there are some countries in Africa that, if you go there, the Chinese people have taken over, like the whole place, like a Chinatown. And and the diaspora is left out. So you don't want that. So Ghana is saying that let's, beyond the return, let's come and invest in Ghana. If you have to come and put $100 in something, even in a person, to say, hey, you're doing this and I want to put $100 behind you to make this thing grow.
Start somewhere.
Come and start from somewhere and do some type of investment. That's very key. Okay. And I think I believe strongly in that. Personally, I believe strongly in investing, putting your money somewhere. And in Africa, you don't need so much. You can start with little, and then it builds up from there. If you find trustworthy people, whatever you're building is going to grow and become huge. Somebody said that's what's happening here with what? With Lebanese and Chinese, and they have a place, but the diaspora needs to be part. Yes, we have. Recently a Chinese man was crowned chief
in Ghana. That's what I heard. Yes.
But that's a shame. Okay, that's a shame. I personally disagree with that. Why they should crown a Chinese man a chief? This is our culture, So you don't tamper with that. But here's the thing: if we are not coming to be crowned chiefs, I guess we'll crown them chiefs because they're doing a lot of work in these communities, these villages. They're mining. They're employing people. But we, as diasporans, black people, we like to sit back too much. We like to sit back. Ghana has opened its doors. They said, come and invest. Come and invest. Like, come and start something and let it grow. The Lebanese, they own a lot of the restaurants, a lot of the mall, the shopping centers in Ghana. What are you doing? And here's the thing. You think you don't have enough money before you jump in.
You know,
these guys come together, about 10 of them, open one shopping center.
Like, this individualistic mindset that we sometimes have is what really, really holds us back. All it takes is just a few of us getting together and really just putting our coins together. And before you know it, we would have raised, 5 restaurants, 5 barbershops, whatever it may be. Like, the capital to start really does not take a lot at all.
Everybody wants to do it on their own. That's problematic. Everybody wants to do it on their own.
It's all about partnerships and collaboration when it comes to doing business in Africa and Ghana. And then, of course, investing in Ghana. It's all about partnerships and collaboration.
Yeah, so at some point you need to trust somebody. At some point you have to trust somebody. And when people trust us too, let's try and be trustworthy in that respect. So people are not disappointed and they go back spreading bad word. Like, hey, you can't do business here. So that's very key as well for people, especially in Africa. People come and they build trust with us. Let's try and keep that trust alive. Very key.
Yeah.
But either way, you need to come and then do business. Somebody says, I beg, bring Dave and Busters out there.
Dave and Busters? I think that's kind of like a arcade. It's some sort of arcade that they have in the States.
Okay, I don't know what that is. All right, so the next pillar that we'll talk about is this diaspora pathway to Ghana. Diaspora pathway to Ghana.
Yes, this is really good. This is one that's really needed. I think that a lot of people coming from the diaspora tend to worry about, okay, I'm going to be picking up and leaving the States, and I'm going to be moving to a whole new country. What if something happens? Will I be returned to America? Like, I want to be able to feel that I won't be moved within a few seconds. And so people want an easy way to either obtain, their visa or their pathway to citizenship or pathway to residency. They want that to be clearer. They want, people to be able to help them and assist them. So I do think that,
and that's one thing we've always been concerned about, because of course Africa, there are things that are happening, like Ghana, things are happening that you can get citizenship and all of that, but it's not clear. It's not clear. So everybody's like if you ask somebody how do you get residence permit, nobody's really able to touch on or pinpoint the exact, because we are not good at making things clear for people to get that. Okay, you move from A you move to B, from B you move to C. So this pillar is saying that they're going to be very clear diaspora pathway to Ghana. And they're even thinking about things like e-visas, where it becomes so easy, sit in your house and online you apply and then they qualify. You don't have to send passport and all of these things. All those things will help to contribute to make this, great. And they're talking about citizenship programs and all of that. So these are things that eventually will educate people. And I think they've started something on one of the websites, Visit Ghana.
Yeah, that was really good.
Visit Ghana, where they're teaching you about Ghana, they're teaching you about pathways to citizenship, what you need to do and all of that. So these are very important educational programs that they're coming up with that will help make it clearer so people don't ask some of the questions that they keep asking about. How do I get citizenship? How do I get work permit? How do I get residence permit? How do I get AYZ?
It is a number one question from people, How do I get a visa? How do I get the citizenship? So
one of the focus, of course, of this Beyond the Return initiative is to make these things clearer. So people in the diaspora can now have a clear-cut path to making their way to the African continent. No struggles. That's the goal. That's the goal. And we can all be part of making that goal happen by spreading the word, by pushing, by telling where we feel like there are roadblocks that needs to be cleared. We can talk about these things, and of course, it will get them to get to work to make this happen. But that's a strong, good pillar in terms of having a clear pathway. And then, of course, the fourth pillar talks about celebrating Ghana. Celebrating Ghana is a time that we want to celebrate Ghana. Have more like create a certain kind of consciousness that Africa is Africa. I like to say Africa. So Africa is Africa. Ghana is Ghana. This is our culture. These are our festivals that we have. This is what we believe in. This is what we do. Highlighting these things that makes us unique, basically. So within this Beyond the Return, period, we're saying that we want to highlight Ghana and celebrate Ghana. That we've come a long way. This is where we are. This is our culture. These are the festivals that we have. And this time around, they're talking about the contemporary festivals like Afrochella and all of these things.
Yeah, so
now they're making these ones national agendas. Afro Nation, these huge cultural festivals. They're things that now we're becoming proud of.
There's more room for so many other festivals to come in, for so many other cultural celebrations to come in. So, everybody can do their part. Pick a pillar that you want to contribute to. Start a cultural event in Ghana that can, bring the two cultures together, whatever it may be. There's definitely room for everybody to do something underneath each of the 10 pillars.
There's a lot of room, honestly. This provides a lot of room.
Yes.
And the next one kind of ties into the fourth one. This is the fifth one. It says brand Ghana.
Oh, yeah.
Within the 10 years, we're trying to brand Ghana because I believe Ghana has come a long way. We always talk about Ghana as the gateway to Africa and all of these things. We talk about Ghana and a whole lot of light. And Ghana initiated the Year of Return, and that was big. We're pace setters, basically. So within this 10 years, we want to brand Ghana as a great tourism destination. And people who have been to Ghana can testify.
Set precedent about what other countries should begin to do when it comes to travel, when it comes to tourism, what other countries can also do and take note of. And so I think that, it's a good initiative.
Yeah. I mean, we have to promote the motherland so that when somebody sits somewhere, they see these things, the same things that they used to do to discourage people from coming to Africa. This time around, we want to rebrand it. So when somebody thought before that if I go to Ghana, I'm going to live on a tree. This time around, we brand Ghana so they know when you come to Ghana, you come to live on a high riser, or you come to Ghana, you come to live in a very comfortable home. You come to live, come to have fun in some of the best clubs and some of the best pubs and all of that. It's not dangerous.
It's safe.
So that's the type of message that this 10 years we want to push out. That look, Ghana is a great place for people to be, and of course Africa. It's an amazing place that if whatever you want to experience, you can actually come and experience that when you come to Ghana. So hey, we're branding Ghana. That's the fifth pillar.
And creating a new narrative.
Exactly. I think that the sixth one is giving back to Ghana. Giving back to Ghana. Now, my personal opinion on this part, giving back to Ghana. I feel like Ghana should be giving back to the diaspora as well. Okay, Ghana should also be giving back. So it's a two-way stream. It's not just giving back to Ghana. Ghana should also find good ways of giving back. And like the tax thing that a person talked about is one of the things that Ghana must be willing to do. And again, I always have believed that when it comes to African Americans, I'm a strong believer that every country in Africa should be able to give a separate treatment when it comes to pathways to citizenship and all of that to African Americans specifically. The reason I say African Americans specifically is because most of the people in America, and of course in Caribbean, and the Caribbeans. Now, most of these two groups, any other person who find themselves anywhere, like people who have direct connection to Africa, they already have direct connection to Africa. But most of these people, African Americans and the Caribbeans, they don't have direct connection to Africa. Okay, they know their parents came from there. So if an African American decides that I want to come to Ghana, Ghana should have a clear way, easy way for them to be able to come in without any stress
and support.
So that's a way Africa can give back to the diaspora, especially African Americans and the Caribbean. They are the core African diaspora.
I mean, it would be even amazing. This is just thinking of things that can be done in the future. But I mean, it would be even amazing to do some sort of testing when people return back to say, okay, which tribe am I a part of? Do my ancestors come from Ghana? And if so, can I be introduced to those people? Can I learn the culture of that particular tribe? I know that we recently did a DNA test on you, and you actually had some matches for people living in the States. I'm sure those people who live in Florida would be happy to know that they have a DNA match for somebody who is a full-blooded Ghanaian. That's a direct link to their ancestral heritage. I would love to know that information.
So why should that person, when they decide that they're coming to Ghana and they can demonstrate that they're African Americans, they're not maybe Nigerian American or Cameroonian American, or they were born in America but then they're from Eritrea, so
Yeah,
obvious. They don't know that. Why shouldn't they have a clear way to get in? Rather, they have to go through all the hoodlums, the hurdles like everybody else. I clearly disagree with that process. So I hope if Beyond the Return is watching, they should take note of that. That as part of giving back, we giving back to Ghana, through community service and initiatives that helps the country in that respect. We're looking at what can the country also do to help diasporans in that respect. These are some of the things that it can do. Easy pathway to getting residence permits and citizenship and all of that. Yeah, it has to be very, very easy for African Americans and Caribbeans. For that,
I do want us to hit on it though, because they did have some great portions of this. So I think they talked about underneath the giving back piece, service and community impact projects, which is something that we both, of course, already do. Each of our trips that we take, we always make sure that we have a community give back portion. And I think that, when we come back, there must be a spirit of service. There must be a spirit of giving. And that's something that we, coming from the diaspora, have to learn as well. Ghana is a place where people give, people share. And so we want to, of course, be able to do that when we arrive and when we come back.
Here's the thing. Come and put your name on something when you come to Ghana.
There's so much to
Come
do.
and put your name on something. Build a library in a village for the kids to be able to read. Put your name on that library. Ingrain your memory over there. Years after years, they will always remember that it was that person or this person was Niamakwe, was Christian Telesque who built this library for this community. It will always be there. That is us giving back. Having a major impact in that respect.
It could be something as simple as you have a particular skill set in the law. You're a lawyer. There may be some sort of academy or something that you can put together where now you're influencing young women, young men to become lawyers. Or it may be advocacy. They may not have heard about, what has happened in the diaspora. You can be a part of teaching them about the history of the diaspora that has left and now returned to Ghana. There's so many different things that you can do with giving back, a mentorship program, drives, different things that you can.
Exactly. So, it's a huge section of area that I think people can jump on and impact in that respect. Okay. So let's be part of the giving back during the Beyond the Return period, which is 10 years. Okay.
Pillar number 7, which is the last pillar, is the promotion of Pan-African heritage.
Ooh, this is major. Now think about it. All the people who have been fighting for Pan-Africanism, like Du Bois, yes. Du Bois, like
W.E.B. Du Bois,
Garvey, all these guys, Muhammad Ali. These guys have been fighting for the black man to be free. Both in America and outside of America. This is something that is a heritage that we have to protect. Because when our children and our children's children come to know about these people who have done all these battles, what were they fighting for? Has it been accomplished yet? It keeps us focused on what we should be doing. So if these heritage are not preserved, we easily forget about it. The new crop of kids that will become adults, they forget about all the things that we're fighting for. They just blend in like that. But no, people must know where they're coming from, so they know where they're going.
That's a part of the Sankofa.
Exactly. So Sankofa actually means going back to your roots, going back to pick what was, you're left behind or something. Sankofa, go back and pick and take it back. So we don't want our cultures and our ancestors who fought for us to be forgotten. So we're saying that let's return to our roots. Let's protect this heritage. Let's protect it.
And I hope that they expand. I hope they expand upon it with Pan-Africanism. Pan-Africanism, of course, what that could look like in the future is, more fluidity between all of the African countries. I think, just amazing. When I think about how amazing Africa could be as a continent, if all, countries were in some sort of agreement to become one, like that would be a force to be reckoned with. I know that so many things will happen before that happens, but there should be, like things like the Free Continental Trade Agreement. That's one step in the right direction to Pan-Africanism. Being able to travel back and forth between each country easily. Like, why should it cost more for me to travel from Ghana to Zanzibar than it does for me to travel from, a country from the outside to Zanzibar? Like, that doesn't make any sense. People should be able to move freely about on the continent. People should be able to trade. All of those different things helps with Pan-Africanism and, making sure that,
because this is what our forefathers were fighting for. If you look at before, when during the era of independence in Africa, when these leaders came together, these were the things that we were fighting for. That Africa will come together and Africa will stand for a common goal and a common good, but if we forget about these memories, then we kind of tear ourselves apart and we forget the idea that it stood for, yes, what it stood for, which was we coming together to become a stronger force, to make things easier on the African continent. So that's a very powerful point as well. So this includes, protecting heritage sites, things that have happened. Imagine there was no slave castles in Ghana or in West Africa for you to see that this is where it all began.
Oh, yeah.
That would have been something else. We'll quickly forget that one time some people were taking.
Because when people say, oh, well, I don't see the slave castles.
Exactly.
It didn't happen. It didn't happen. And I don't see the dungeons. It didn't
even
happen.
though they're there, people still debate as to whether they happen.
Yeah, we recently
but now it's
had
there. You can see
a debate with someone who said that slavery never happened. But yet,
when you come to Ghana, you can see the castles.
Yeah.
And not just Ghana, a lot of the West African countries have those slave castles slave dungeons still being there. So we need to preserve this heritage site and we need to broaden it as well. Not just one, like the slave castles. There are a lot more things that we need to protect. And even in America, there are a lot of, things that
need to be protected
in that respect. Because when we talk about Pan-Africanism, it's not just about people in Africa. No, this was a movement that started from the outside, which is from America and other parts of the world. So that's very key in collaborating with, and that's why you find all of these great leaders, they once came to Africa. Because they realized that they had a common goal. They had something to fight together. And that's what Pan-Africanism is all about. So we preserve here, they preserve there. So Ghana is pushing for this preservation of this, our heritage.
Yes.
I think it's a move or initiative in the right direction. So basically, these are the 7 pillars that the Year of Return has, stipulated for us to push within the 10 years. And it involves all of us as Black people all over the world. Okay, Ghana has opened its doors. Let's come together and make this happen like we did in the Year of Return. It's very possible. Now, before we jump off, we'll talk briefly about our trip that is coming up in December. For all our radical travelers who, I say radical travelers because some people are afraid. They feel like, okay, COVID just,
but Ghana's got it on lock. The way that they're handling things is
exactly
10 times better.
The last time we talked about the procedure that the government has put in place to be able to check all of that, anybody coming in. Okay, so you're safe in that respect. So if you want to join our December experience, you can check our website and then sign on.
Send us a direct message. You can send us
a direct message. We'll send you the link that you can be part of it. Now we're giving people 10%. We'll give you a 10% discount.
Yeah.
Okay, 10%. If you're watching, if you see this video and you're watching it, we'll give you a 10% discount if you decide to come on the December experience.
Message us for the link.
Exactly. So we'll put a code out.
No, so they should message us.
Okay, then we'll give them the code.
Yes.
So when you send us a message, we'll send you the code, the discount code for 10% off.
For those who just, of course, they can't travel in December, we are doing trips for next year. We have a couples trip that is
in
happening
September.
in September. Couples
If
in
you're
business.
if you're a couple and you want to
way,
do business and
in
have
Ghana.
fun in Ghana, jump on that trip as soon as you can. We're
There's
taking just few people.
limited spaces. There's about 10, I believe 10 spaces
10, yeah.
open. So just 10 couples, very focused couples who want to do business, who want to build an international global legacy, come and, you know, have a retreat with other couples who are also, you know, have that same goal
mindset
and mindset. And then we also, of course, have several other business focused trips for next year. And if you just want to plan something special for you or for your birthday, you can do that too. We have several birthdays that we're planning for next year.
Yeah. So you can always reach out to Certified Africa. Thank you so much for supporting us. This has been Certified Africa Fridays Certified Africa Fridays. So thank you so much for joining and for all your comments. You know, we appreciate you all. We're going to see you next Friday. You're going to say something?
Yes, next Friday.
Oh, I thought you were going to say something.
No.
Okay. So have a great weekend. Enjoy your weekend so much. God bless. We'll see you. But hey, book the December experience. Let's go and have some fun in Ghana in December.
Yeah.
All right.
Wait. Let me see here. Bring back. I don't know what that is. What is Festac? I'm not sure what that is. I don't know that one. But anyway. Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you for joining.